welcome to Clarinet HQ. This is our intro to tonguing video. So tonguing and articulation are the same thing. We tend to use the words interchangeably. And it's when we use our tongue to separate notes. And as clarinet players, it can be hard to know if what you're doing inside your mouth is correct because we don't have X-ray vision, which makes me wonder if Superman wouldn't be a really good clarinet teacher. That would be kind of cool. But first things first, you want to make sure that you're starting with a good embouchure, good air, and a good tongue position. If you're unsure what we mean by tongue position, then you should check out our high note hacks. Even if you're not super comfortable with high notes yet, the high note hacks playlist has great videos that are going to help you with your tongue position. So let's just jump on in. So I want you to play a chalumeau C, and you're going to start it with your air, and then you're going to bring the tip of your tongue to the tip of the reed, and you're going to stop the vibration of the reed because it's making a sound because the reed's vibrating. So it'll probably sound something like this. And you might even hear like little squeakies with the air trying to escape. And if you noticed, when I took my clarinet out of my mouth, I did a, and that's because your air, my air, all of our airs, does not stop when we're playing clarinet, all right? So you should actually end up feeling like a little bit of back pressure. That's normal because our air shouldn't stop. So this time, I want you to play a chalumeau C, starting it with your air. You're gonna place the tip of your tongue to the tip of the reed to stop the vibration. And then you're going to lift the tongue off of the reed. And it's a very small motion. And you should get a burst of sound because that air should shoot right through your instrument. So it'll probably sound like this. And that burst of sound means that your air hasn't stopped, okay? So that's what tonguing is. So now let's talk about what actually moves in your mouth when you're tonguing. I want you to sing any note on do. Do, 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 do. And I want you to notice what part of your tongue's actually moving when you do that. Do, do, do. And it should be just the tip of your tongue that's moving. And that is all that's moving when you articulate. Now I want you to put your hand on your jaw. I want you to make sure that there's no movement. Do, 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 do. And if you feel any movement in your jaw, try and do it without anything moving but the tip of your tongue. All right? Because when we tongue on our clarinets, nothing should be moving. Everything should be nice and still. So with our tongue position, we've got high in the back, low in the front, okay? It is only the tip of the tongue that is touching the tip of the reed. And it's just very, very subtle, slight up and down movement to articulate. Nothing else on our tongue moves. So you want to make sure you're not doing like a forward-backwards motion. That would be too aggressive. Everything is very small. And you might experiment, okay, with different amounts of movement. But you want to use the smallest amount necessary to articulate. So this is something that you want to make sure that you do in front of a mirror. Because like I said, your embouchure stays totally still. Your jaw should never move. Your air is continuous. And this is a great thing that you can see in the mirror. So you can pick a tempo on your metronome that's comfortable, maybe on the slower side. Hold out a long note, like a whole note, which gets 4 beats. And then you can try adding your tongue to the tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed, and then releasing it to the beat. So it might sound something like this. All right, so this has been an introduction to tonguing. If you have any other questions or need anything clarified, post them in the comments or find us on social media. And thanks for stopping by.